Let's fit a butt hinge. Okay, so if you get your butt hinge, there is a right and a wrong way to fit these on a door. So if you have a look at the butt hinge there, you'll see one side there's a gap at the top there, and the other side there isn't. The one with the gap, that leaf goes on your door. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need is a nice sharp knife, like this Dekton retractable knife. You can use a pencil, but I do advise using a knife because you'll get a lot sharper edges around your hinge. Then you're going to take your butt hinge, again, like I say, with the one with the cuts at the end. That's the leaf that goes on the edge of your door. So we've got the hinge upside down. We're going to slide the hinge up to the knuckle, right up like that. And then we're going to mark around the hinge with the knife. Okay, so you can see that on the camera. We've marked round the edge of the hinge. So we've got a nice cut there. What this will also do, it'll help stop this wood breaking out when we chisel it out. Okay, so the next thing we're going to need is a nice sharp chisel. I tend to use either a 20 or 25mm chisel. Like this is a Hultafors Chisel. Really good quality chisel. And an hammer, of course. Now what we're going to do first is we're going to start, and I'm going to set my chisel just inside that line. I'm not going to go dead on the line, I'm going to go just inside it. And I'm going to hold the flat side of the chisel there to the outside of the hole, and the bevel on the chisel, that's the bevel there, look. I'm going to put that to the inside of the hole, as I say, just off the line. Why I do it just off the line is because when you hit this chisel, it will have a tendency to go slightly outward as it crushes the wood, crushes the fibres. So I'm going to set it on just inside that line, and I'm going to give it a sharp blow with the hammer. Okay, so as you can see, we've marked there. Then I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side, just inside the line again, sharp hit. So we've got our two outside edges of our hinge hole. Now I'm going to mark down the length of the hinge. So then we've got the whole perimeter of the hinge mark there. You see that? Okay. So now need to remove this piece of wood. Now I'm not going to go in and try and take this out in one, because if I do, 9 times out of 10, you're just going to take out too much. So if you sink hinges too deep, they will form what's called hinge bound, which is when you shut your door and your door bounces open. That is because you've chopped your hinges too deep, either in your door or in your frame. So what we're going to do now is break this down into sections so it's easy to remove. How we do this, we use our flat edge of our chisel at the top, our bevel underneath, because we're going to use the bevel to lever these fibres up like this as we go down. And we're going to start about 5 or 6 mil from the end. Again, sharp, and we're going to go in 5 or 6 mil segments like this. Keep going down. Until we get all the way to the end. So you see that? So basically what we've done, we've just chopped those fibres there. So now these fibres will easily come out. You can sometimes get them out with your finger like that. But if not, so I've cramped this wood down just to this piece of wood while I work on it. Of course, when this is a door size, you'll have a big door so you can sort of hold your door. You could even cramp your door to some workhorses or something to work on. Try and keep your work piece solid while you're doing this, because otherwise it's going to be hard work for you. So we've cut those cuttings in. Now we're going to just nibble them out. So we're just going to gently tease them out with the chisel. Being careful not to go outside our line we've marked. Nice and steady, take your time, don't try and rush this. Keep trying your hinge, don't forget to put it the right way around. It's a bit more out of there, so we're just going to keep nibbling away at it. Now some people will use a little palm router to do this, but if you're just setting out in DIY, then you're probably not going to be equipped to do that. I think it's more fun to do them this way. So feel that now it's perfectly flush with the wood, so we know we're right. Now we need to screw that hinge on. Now you can pre-drill this, or you can just, some people just go straight in with the screws. Make sure your screw heads don't stick beyond the countersink in here, otherwise again it will cause your door to bind. So what I use is some pre-drilling bits, and they've got a spring-loaded guide on the front. And what these do is you put your hinge in place, and then your guide actually fits in the hinge hole and stops it moving about, so it makes a nice pilot hole and it gets center every time. And we just 1, 2, 3. So there's our holes drilled. We know they're perfectly center because we've used the guide. Our hinge into place, and there we have it. Perfectly fitted butt hinge. So have a go, fit yourself a butt hinge, keep playing about, get yourself some scrap wood and just keep having a go. Remember, don't sink the hinge too deep, otherwise your door will bind. And if you do that, then the only way out of that is to start packing it out with bits of cardboard and stuff. So nibble a bit at a time, take your time, nice sharp chisel, don't forget the knife to mark round the hinge. It'll save you breaking out on the edges. Have a go, get yourself some scrap wood and post it in comments, even if it's on another video. Let me know how you're getting on. Let me know if you've had a go at fitting a door for the first time, and I'll see you lot on the next one.